Hello everyone, I am Muid Ahmed Siddiqui and in this video I will explain accounting entries for depreciation. Now for example, a company purchases an asset that costs the company, for example, let's suppose the company purchases a car, a motor vehicle for let's say $5,000 and the rate of depreciation, uh, the rate of depreciation that is charged on the vehicle is how much is 10%. So in addition to this, the company also uses reducing balance method for depreciation. Now, uh, what will be the depreciation expense in the first year? Let's suppose, okay, in the first year, let's calculate how much will be the depreciation expense in the first year. How much will be the depreciation expense? $5,000 multiplied by 10%, $500. Yes. So this will be the depreciation expense in the first year. The accounting entries that will be the accounting entries that will be recorded to adjust to make adjustment for depreciation will be depreciation expense debit and accumulated depreciation credit. This will be the double entry for recording depreciation for the year. Now, since a depreciation of $500 is charged in the first year. In the first year, uh, let's make a table. Year one, year two, year three. Okay. Depreciation of $500 is charged in the first year. The cost of the asset, how much is the cost? Cost of the asset is $5,000 and accumulated depreciation, accumulated depreciation, how much is the accumulated depreciation? In the first year, accumulated depreciation is $500 since only $500 is charged. Only $500 is charged. Now, only $500 is charged in the first year. This is the accumulated depreciation. Now, in the second year, what will happen? Now, I think it will be much better to show this table on another sheet. Okay, in the first year, the accumulated depreciation is 500, and so the carrying amount of the carrying amount, the net value of the asset, it is also called written down value of the asset or the book value of the asset at the end of the first year will be how much? Will be $4,500. That is 5,000 cost less $500 accumulated depreciation. The carrying amount is how much? $4,500. Now, moving forward, what will happen in the second year? In the second year of the life of the asset, depreciation will be charged. Now this depreciation will be on the carrying amount of the asset. The carrying, how much is the carrying amount? Carrying amount is 4,500. Multiply by this rate. Okay, sorry. This is equals to this multiply by this rate. So in the second year, a depreciation of $450 will be charged. Again, same double entry will be required. Same double entry will be required to record the depreciation. That is, we will debit the depreciation expense and we will credit the accumulated depreciation. Okay. In the second year, uh, what will happen? Another depreciation expense of $450 will be charged, and it will again be credited to the accumulated depreciation account. So now let me show you accumulated depreciation and the accumulated depreciation account for depreciation. Let me show you. Yes, this is the accumulated depreciation account. This is the accumulated depreciation account. In the first year, we charged a depreciation of how much? A depreciation expense. We charged a depreciation expense of how much? $500. At the end of the first year, we have a balance of $500 in the accumulated depreciation account. In the next year, this balance will become opening balance of the accumulated depreciation account. Again, a depreciation of $450 is charged in the second year, and now the value has become $950. Once again, what will happen? That this depreciation expense in the third year, what will happen? How much depreciation will be charged in the third year? Now, in the second year, when we charged a depreciation expense of 450, this accumulated depreciation became minus 500, another minus 450. So this accumulated depreciation increased from 500 to how much? This accumulated depreciation increased to $950. This accumulated depreciation increased to $950. As you can see that in the second year, at the end of the second year, this is year one. In fact, this is year one, and this is the second year. At the end of the second year, depreciation, the balance in the accumulated depreciation is how much? Is $950. So this accumulated depreciation actually increased by $450 in the second year. That is the depreciation expense for the year. So here it is like $4,050 Now the carrying amount of the non-current asset is how much? The carrying amount of the non-current asset is $450 at the end of the second year. At the end of the third year, now what will happen in the third year? That we will how will we find out the depreciation expense for the third year? We will take this $4,050 and we will multiply this $450 by the rate of the depreciation, that is 10%. That will eventually get a depreciation of $405 in the third year. $405 in the third year. That is how much? So now the balance on the accumulated depreciation is how much? The balance on the accumulated depreciation is 1355. The balance on the accumulated depreciation account is how much? The balance on the accumulated depreciation account is $1355. The balance on the accumulated depreciation at the end of the third year is how much? $1355. So now the how much will be how much will be the carrying amount of the asset at the end of the third year? The carrying amount of the asset will be uh, minus $1355. So the carrying amount will be $3,645. The accumulated depreciation at the end of the third year is 1355. So the carrying amount is 3,645. Now there are two accounts to note here. One is the depreciation expense. Since it is an expense, depreciation is an expense, although it is not a cash expense, is a non-cash expense. This expense is charged in the profit and loss statement. But accumulated depreciation account is shown in the statement of financial position. Is shown in the statement of financial position as an opposite account. Now, accumulated depreciation account, this is shown in the statement of financial position uh, as an opposite account, or you can say contra account of the cost of non current asset, as an opposite account of the cost of non-current asset, thereby reducing the value, thereby reducing the value of the non-current asset, thereby reducing the value of the non-current asset. Now this is accumulated depreciation. Okay, and depreciation expense is charged in the profit and loss statement. So this is worth noting here. This is the point that you need to, these are the points that you need to remember. The depreciation expense is shown in the profit and loss statement, and accumulated depreciation is shown in the statement of financial position. Let me show you if there is any example. If there is any example, let me show you. Hmm, just wait a minute. Straight line method. What is depreciation? Useful life of the asset, the residual value, the depreciation method, the straight line method. Okay, moving forward. Moving forward. No, there is no such uh, example of a statement of financial position here in uh, the study text. Okay, I will make things more clear to you. I will show you a statement of financial position. I will show you the profit and loss account. Don't worry about that uh, my in my later videos that I will upload. So don't worry about that. But the point worth here noting is that this is the accounting entry to record depreciation. This is the accounting entry, and accumulated depreciation is a contra account, is an opposite account of uh, is an opposite account of uh, the cost of an asset, the the of the cost of an asset, the account for cost of an asset. When we record purchase, okay, let me make things a little bit more clear. When we purchase a non-current asset, we pass the double entry as, for example, motor vehicle cost account debit and bank credit. In this example, I said we purchased motor vehicle for $5,000. Now, this cost will remain the same over the useful life of the asset. The cost will not change. So there will not be any change in the cost of the in the cost account of the motor vehicle. It will remain same. Once we have purchased the asset, the cost will remain the same, like $5,000. It will remain the same. The closing balance we will get in the first year is 5,000, and this closing balance will be carried forward to the next, will be brought forward, in fact, to the next years. It will continue to be the same unless there is any disposal or addition of the motor vehicle in the motor vehicle account. Normally, unless if there is any addition to the motor vehicles account, if you purchase any other vehicle other than this, then the cost will definitely rise. Or if you decide to sell one of any of the vehicles, then definitely the cost account will show a fall in the value. But if but in fact, if there is no addition, there is no disposal of non-current asset, then the balance on this account will remain the same. Then the balance on this account will definitely remain the same. And yes, then the balance on this account will definitely remain the same. Yes, will definitely remain the same. So there is no change in the cost account of the non-current asset. There is no change in the cost account of the non-current asset. And accumulated depreciation will definitely continue to accumulate, continue to rise as more and more depreciation expense is charged. As a result, the carrying amount of the non-current asset or the written down value, the net book value of the non-current asset will fall as the time will pass. So this is the accounting treatment. This is how depreciation is charged. This is how depreciation is recorded in the books of accounts, normally recorded in the books of accounts. These are the accounting entities. This is the general ledger accounts. These are the general ledger accounts for the for the non-current asset and the depreciation charged on the non-current asset. Okay, my name is Mohit Ahmed Siddiqui. Uh, I am also available on different social media platforms like WhatsApp, like LinkedIn. You can also see useful links in the description. You can also see useful links in the description. Do check out the description of this video, and you can contact me uh, uh, as I mentioned earlier that I am available on different social media platforms. You can contact me there using Facebook, using WhatsApp, and let me know if you need assistance. So hope to see you soon. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching.